Hey guys, Delman here, and I got a rare treat for you. Let's look at some 3D models by a guy named Max. I'll put a link to his page on the description below. So yeah, you should check him out. He's got some awesome 3D models of ships that ain't out yet, and yeah, they're amazing. I'm just looking here at the Reclaimer, and this is one big ship. I mean, the cockpit, right, it's relatively huge. But then you look at the rest of the ship here, and it's like, wow, this thing is bigger than a Polaris. Like, it's a little bit longer, and it's way taller, and I think it's about the same width. But this is crazy. I mean, it's absolutely massive. And this is a utility vehicle. I mean, Jesus. But yeah, Reclaimer is one of my favorites. I absolutely adore this ship. Right, let's move on to the Carrick. The Carrick is an exploration vessel. It's the top of the line when it comes to exploration, and you can sort of see why. It's a very good looking ship. I really do like the tail, the way the engines sort of come off there. I don't know, it reminds me a little bit of a fish, this ship. I do like that profile though with the antennas. The antennas make the look for me personally. I mean, I kind of imagine this thing flying around a planet that, you know, no one's seen before, like from this angle here where you can see the clouds and stuff. Now that's a beauty picture right there. This is a nice ship. So yeah, Carrick is very cool. I mean, the guy Max has done an amazing job by getting these into, like, you know, 3D and looking nice. But yeah, really nice. So the next ship will be the 890 Jump. So 890 Jump here, we get to go inside and actually look around, like the cockpit and stuff, like, and then you got the inside where all the stuff happens, the room and stuff. But yeah, it's some gorgeous ship. Look at it. It's a super yacht or a mega yacht in space. I mean, it doesn't get any more fancy than that, right? I mean, I don't know. I just have this really distinct gut feeling of the Titanic whenever I look at the inside of this thing. Like, it just reminds me of the Titanic, you know, like the class. Like, look at that. It's even got the staircase. It's even got the goddamn staircase in the middle, like the Titanic had. That's awesome, with the big dome window above it, too. Just don't go crashing into any water worlds. Look out for those icebergs, or meteorites, I should say, in space. You collide with an asteroid. But yeah, then you got the hangar for the snubcraft, which is very nice. 890 Jump is a very beautiful ship. It is nice to look at. But yeah, I think when the game is in a more complete state and the 890 Jump is in the game, I think this is going to be a very popular ship because it's going to have a lot of, like, prestige with it. People will be like, oh, I fly an 890 Jump, and people will be like, oh wow, rich son of a bitch. But yeah, excuse my language. But yeah, you get the idea. Oh man, I mean, that is a nice ship. I'm just getting lost here looking at this thing. Right, let's move on to the Idris. Now, the Idris is huge. I mean, it's absolutely massive. It's a lot bigger than I thought it would be. And yeah, there's your saber on the inside, and then you got like your little golf cart thing, your gray cat buggy, and then you got a gladiator. The gladiator looks so small on this thing, and I remember flying it, and the gladiator seemed relatively big to me. You got the cargo thing, the little I think they're called the MPUV. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, the little transport things. But look at this thing, it's huge. I mean, the interior is absolutely massive. You got beds that look like escape pods. I'm not sure if they are, but I mean, it'd be crazy for them not to have the beds be escape pods. I really do hope this thing does have escape pods though. I'm just saying now, because having no escape pods on an Idris is really, really, really bad idea. Then you got the ammunition rack for like the missile system on the top, I think. I mean, look at the ammo. I mean, if it's like anything like War Thunder or something, imagine hitting the ammo rack on this thing. Jesus. It'd be a very bad day indeed. So at least we know where to target now if we ever have to fight one of these guys. But yeah, here's the engine room. And more ammunition stuff. Like rockets or shells or something. I mean, look at this though. I mean, these are all old assets too, right? Like, Everything you see here in this video is subject to change. I can't stress that enough because CIG are constantly swapping things around. But yeah, that's cool. I mean, look at it. It's pretty big. We'll go in here and have a look around it. I like that. I hope there is sort of like glass there because I wouldn't mind, you know, like if you're walking through the corridor to have a good look around. I can see what's going on. You got the turret positions. This is where the gunner would sit. That is cool. But the thing is, if he sits, does he sit like staring forwards? Because if he does, that means he won't be able to shoot anything to the left or the right side of the ship because of that little glass window thing. Right, let's move on to the bridge. The bridge can hold quite a few people. I love that window though. The dome window, that is just awesome. I do love the Idris. Idris is a nice one, but I'd have said the Reclaimer is, I don't know, I just like it more. It's strange. But yeah, now we'll move on to the big dog, the Bengal carrier, the king of the UEE ships. For now, there is one bigger, and I'm not sure if you've heard about it or not, but yeah, it's called the Dreadnought. And I don't have a 3D model for that because Max hasn't done anything on that yet. But yeah, look at this. Look at this. I mean, it's huge. It's really easy to lose scale here, right? And you see those little railings and stuff. That's where people will be, and it's just massive. It's absolutely huge. I mean, I can't get my head around it. How they've managed to, like, CIG are literally magicians when it comes to this sort of stuff. I mean, look at it, right? It seems relatively small. I mean, because when we're used to seeing spaceships like this in games, we're used to not being very big. But this thing is when it's in the game, it's going to be fully detailed. It's going to have fully destructible parts, and it's going to be like a battlefield map, except you can fly it around and do stuff in it. It's not static. It's all functional. And it just blows my mind. Got a little second runway hangar thing here above the main one. That's pretty cool. I do like that. I can just imagine this thing, though. Like, you know, jumping into a system. And seeing it arrive would be a spectacle in itself. I mean, just look at it. I'd love to see one of these have a throwdown though with like an enemy Vanduul carrier of some kind. Right, now we're going to move on to the next ship, which I am super excited about because I actually own one of these. I literally own only 2 ships now, unfortunately. I only own the Polaris and a Mustang Alpha. I had to melt down my other ships to be able to afford the Polaris. But yeah, I absolutely adore the Polaris. It is my favorite ship in the game by far. This and the Reclaimer. One day I'll try and get a Reclaimer, who knows. Like, I'll have to save up the credits for it in game. But this is a nice ship. Look at it. I love the Polaris. I mean, I don't know, it sort of resonates with me. I mean, the whole shape, the way the engines work, the little spiky bits around the engines. It reminds me a little bit of the ship from Titan AE, Titan After Earth. It's a animated movie. It's a pretty nice one, actually, funny enough. It's a good one. And yeah, this ship reminds me of. It reminds me of the ship that guy had. I can't remember his name. But yeah, if you watch the movie, you'll get the reference. But yeah, no, it's an awesome ship, the Polaris, because it's got the capability to fight other capital ships that are way bigger than itself because it holds the largest torpedoes in the game, which come out from just under there. Like, just around that, on either side of that turret there. Look at this thing. I mean, look how detailed the landing gear are. And this is just like concept art and stuff. Everything here is subject to change, as I said before. But look at it. As it is right now, it's really nice. And I can't say this enough, but the guy Max who does these 3D model things and brings them into the thing here, it's just amazing. Done a great job. It's nice to be able to actually see the Polaris in a more, like, you know, I don't know. I would like to say complete state, but this is all subject to change. So, but yeah, it's nice to look at. Okay, let's move on to the Vanduul ships now. So, this is the Vanduul fighter I was talking to you guys about. Yeah, no, this is the, what's it called now? The Stinger, there we go. Yeah, this is the Stinger. Stinger is, it's it's a bit more chunky than I would have anticipated, because I've got the old picture that shows old Vanduul ships, as you've seen in my Vanduul fleet video. Now, I'm not sure how old these assets are, but yeah, I think the Vanduul ones are pretty old. Like, this looks like a very early iteration of the Stinger. Who knows, this could be the complete Stinger. I mean, if it is, it's a little bit chunkier than I would have thought, but it's still cool nonetheless. I love the missiles. The missiles on it are a nice touch. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. This is one of my favorites, I'd have to say, in this Vanduul ship lineup I have for you here in this video. Yeah, no, this one is definitely one of my favorites. I think this is a version of the crawler, a more complete version of what the crawler is supposed to look like. The crawler, as you may know, is a boarding craft. What it does is it latches onto enemy ships and deposits the payload, which is the Vanduul warriors, aboard your ship, and they wreak all kinds of havoc, and it's generally a bad time. You know, like, you're gonna get chewed up. Apparently, this is called the Cleaver, but not sure. I mean, crawler is what it used to be called. If it is the same ship, they might have two boarding craft for the Vanduul. I'm not sure. But this is nice. This is very nice. I just love the way it looks with all the spikes and stuff. I mean, it looks almost like some kind of... It looks like a tracking device that you'd stick on something like a car or something in... like in the sci-fi movies and stuff. You know, like you'd see them throw it at a car. But this is a ship. I mean... It is terrifying. I mean, seeing a bunch of these slam into the hull of your ship would be a bad time. Right, let's move on to the next one. So this is the Void, I think it is. But yeah, no, this is known here as the Vanduul Bomber. Now, this looks cool. Okay? Now, I think the official name for this, though, is the Void. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, this is cool. I mean, look at the interior here. I mean, all of this is subject to change. As I've said before, again and again. I have to keep saying it. I don't know why. Maybe it's a habit. But yeah, just in case people have skipped through to get to the good bits, just remember it's subject to change. But yeah, look at it. This is my first time seeing these in like the 3D view, so I'm kind of taken back a little bit looking at these. And yeah, it is very nice. I do like the cockpit, how it's underneath the ship though. Like it's literally like the scythe and stuff, like the cockpit, how someone will be lying down operating it. That's what it looks like. That's cool. Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward now to seeing these Vanduul ships more than ever in game, because CIG are just the masters when it comes to designing stuff to make it look nice. I am amazed every day by the amount of optimization and like stuff they're doing. They're working on the network code to make the game less laggy as well, which is great. I mean, oh my goodness. Where do you get ships like these though? I mean, really, in any other game I've never seen ships this detailed and look this nice. But nothing comes close. Not a single game, in my opinion, comes close to looking this good. And this is low res too, by the way, guys. All the things I'm showing you here are extremely low res. Like, very, 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 very low res. Right. Let's have a look at this one here. What does this tell us? So this apparently is a Vanduul driller, but I'm not sure, because the driller, it's supposed to be something that carries a harvester, and this doesn't look like it's chunky enough to carry a harvester. I think this might be something that is not exactly listed yet. This might be something else. It could be... This actually could be the light fire ship. But that I am not certain of. But yeah, it's a very nice looking Vanduul ship. I'm not sure what this is gonna be in the full Squadron 42 game, and in the main game I'm not sure at all. I'm trying to look inside here and see if there is anything in there, but nope, empty. I'm trying to get out of here. But yeah, no, this is nice. I mean, I love the broadsides on it though. Whatever it is, it's cool because I can imagine this thing pulling up alongside, say, a UEE capital ship and giving it a full broadside. That would look cool as hell, don't you think? Especially if it was like in the atmosphere of a planet, because you'd have all the debris falling down and the flames and all that stuff. But yeah, I do love what CIG has planned for the game. I don't know, it just something it looks to me a bit like a really sort of futuristic squid. Like it literally looks like a squid became a spaceship. But yeah, no, it's nice. I don't mind it. I mean, it's got a, I don't know, it just doesn't feel very Vanduulish to me. It looks way too clean. It looks way too precise and clean. Right, now this is definitely one of my favorites for sure. This is awesome. I mean, just look at it. It's a monster. Yeah, this is the Vanduul Hunter, by the way, guys. But yeah. Oh, apparently it is, but this thing is a monster. So this is the, well, it's supposed to be, the guys named it the Hunter, but the Hunter is the other one that we've seen, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, no, this looks more like the either the Lightfire or the Mauler. Look at it. This thing is intense. It's got all sorts of crazy stuff going on here. I mean, Jesus. I love the ribbing. This looks a lot like, I don't know, this reminds me of a barracuda in terms of like a fish. It looks like a barracuda a lot, actually. It is a gorgeous ship. I mean, the Vanduul, if they keep these designs that I'm showing you here, I'm not sure if they will. Like, they could have changed them dramatically. They might have even scrapped some of them. But if they haven't, and they keep this design, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing one of these. I'm going to be dreading it because I know it's probably going to eat me for breakfast. But look at it. It'd be so cool to see the complete version of one of these. Just like on the horizon. Right, we're going to move on to something awesome now. The Kingship. The Vanduul's Kingship. This is their home. This is their capital. Like, this is the king of their ships. The Kingship, exactly. But yeah, no, this is their command base. This is their carrier. This is everything rolled into one. Now this is cool. It's got an asymmetrical design. As you can see here, there's like a tube that goes from the bridge module thing down the side of the craft to one side. Anyway, as you can see here, I'm just looking at it here. Hold on. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I'm just showing you there. You can see how it's not on that side, but you can see how it goes from the bridge module to the middle bit down to the back. So that's the middle bit here. But yeah, no, this is cool. I mean, the Kingship is absolutely massive. It's easy to lose a sense of scale, but these things are huge. I mean, the Kingship is bigger than a Bengal carrier, if I'm correct. But yeah, this is massive. The UEE have got a ship bigger, the Dreadnought, of course, because, you know, we can't have humanity not having the biggest ship. But I do hope that CIG have got something secret planned and have some super mega Vanduul destroyer killer mega ship that makes the Dreadnought look tiny. But then we're just going to be playing a game of, you know, my ship's bigger, no, my ship's bigger, and then it'll just get bigger and bigger and bigger. But yeah, I mean, I do love these ships. This is going to be the home of the Vanduul, so it's got like the little huts and things on it too. It's massive. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Yeah, as always, folks, you know the drill. Fly safe, commanders, and I'll see you in the verse.